Assalamu alaikum. I wanted to come on here and do a part two to the hadith that I was talking about earlier, which would be the 5 before 5. This was advice given to Ibn Abbas by the Prophet ﷺ, and the hadith was take advantage of 5 before 5 would be youth before old age, health before illness, riches before poverty, free time before work, and the last one would be your life before your death. And this is a paraphrasing of the hadith, but I'm going to be focusing on the first one, which would be youth before old age. And at first, when I read youth before old age, I was kind of like sitting with myself, and I'm like, isn't youth the same as health and free? Like, all these are benefits of youth, right? Like free time, money, health, like these kind of go along with youth. So why is youth being singled out on its own, and then the rest are benefits falling underneath of it? I was reflecting upon what's so special about being youthful. Like what is so special about the time frame of a youth? And I was thinking it over and over again, and one of the things that popped up originally was the concept that youth have moldable brains, like are moldable, and they are able to work and stretch their capacity more. They're able to take in more information biologically, or I guess biochemically. I don't know. The brain neuroscience kind of shares or sheds light on how youth's brains operate and how moldable they are. Another great thing about this position of a youth, and what's really unique about it, is that it's actually something that you're able to be in the present moment with certain technologies and advancements of your generation to navigate the world in a more efficient way. So you're able to use technology to the best advantage, and utilize different resources of your time. In the previous video, I talked about how we need to be using these things. We need to be using our free time. We need to be using our healthy body. We need to be using our time, wealth, and body for something greater, and using it for the sake of Allah, really utilizing a short time period. And one aspect here that I wrote in my notes, but I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but basically with all these superpowers for the sake of Allah, you also have to be able to stand in front of Allah and be able to present yourself fully to Allah. And what did you do for the sake of Allah? What did you do for Islam? How did you move Islam forward? You will be able to stand in front of Allah, and will you be able to stand openly and in a prepared manner with all the blessings that you were given? I was contemplating with somebody who is more knowledgeable in certain aspects. I had asked this individual, like, what to do, like what's, if when you're in youth, what's the most valuable thing you can do, or like any reflections upon the range of a youth, like what's and the person had said that you have to really describe your youth honestly to yourself before, like, that you will be questioned in front of Allah. Ask yourself honestly, what did you do for Allah's sake? Like, honestly, really describing everything, like, and being contemplative of your past and what you want to do moving forward as well. But you have to be honest with yourself, because we can say, no, I donate in private, or I do this, or maybe do that. And I understand that there's good deeds that stand in, that Allah notices. I'm not trying to shade donation, but to plant and to nourish the direction of something, to be in a larger, to understand your whole lifestyle was for the sake of Allah, right? Is something that youth have the ability to make. So often we know who we are from a very young age. Most of us, alhamdulillah, we are getting to the point where we are raising children now. So inshallah, like the beginning phases, like you teach your child you're Muslim, you're Muslim, you're Muslim, you're Muslim, and you hear it most of your life and you grasp it in certain aspects. But youth is to redefine your purpose, to not be aimless, because a lot of seniors, believe it or not, are aimless. Like it's an act of not being a senior necessarily, not to shame seniors, but they didn't have an attachment towards a certain objective or goal. The goal was money. Again, these things fade. What we're talking about in the whole hadith, that money, free time, and health. When you are chasing the dunya, then you come to an old age where you are aimless. You don't have, there is not a inner working that was done, that you become, there are side effects of that, to be honest. And you have an opportunity to grasp onto the youth and to build foundation. That's a critical part. People say that 0 to 8 years old, build a foundation for your kid. It's kind of the same thing, but you can hold on to it. You can seek the why, you can ask the why. And I think that is another comparison of old age and youth. We are not more humble to ask the why, where seniors are not necessarily at that age to humbly apologize to their children of the hurt that they might have caused their children. They're not humble in that sense in many other aspects, and why is one of them. That we have an opportunity just in our nature to keep asking questions. So I'm going to go. I just wanted to leave it there. I don't really have good conclusions at the end of my videos, but I just wanted to leave it there and pondering upon youth, inshallah, and may Allah make us of those who utilize our youth to the best of ability to please Him and to serve others. Ameen. Alhamdulillah. Let us ponder while we still have that time to, and let us use our hands, our heart, our tongue for His sake, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.